My name is Andrew Claiborne, and I am working toward my MFA in creative writing at Full Sail University. Storytelling has always been my true passion, and it is my goal to simply do that for a living. I have been writing my entire life and have been seeking to pursue it seriously for about a decade. And throughout that time, I have learned as much as I could on my own. I have read countless books on craft and form, on voice and tone, all of it, but that could only get me so far. In fact, I have been unable to find entry into this field with my current resume, so I thought it was time to change that. And with my master's from Full Sail, I can finally get my foot in the door in this field. At this point in the video, I would like to take a few minutes to reflect on some of the 5 strategies to finding your life's task from Robert Greene's Mastery. Now, Greene's first strategy is the primal inclination strategy. On page 29 of the text, Greene writes, "For masters, their inclination often presents itself to them with remarkable clarity in childhood." And that sounds pretty dope, but I can't say that I can look back on a moment in my childhood where my destiny became clear. There wasn't a moment where I picked up a pen and thought, yes, I will defeat my foes with words and eviscerate them in fiction. And honestly, I think most kids have a vivid imagination, and mine wasn't anything special. I didn't even have an imaginary friend. I always thought, I always liked the idea, but I never could decide on what my ideal friend would be. Um, anyway, the third and most metal strategy is the rebellion strategy. I think this one most of us can relate to. Personally, all my life I've been trying to and failing to conform to normal society. To this point, I have yet to succeed, but hey, maybe one day I'll fool those normies. Uh, Now, this quote from page 38 sums it up pretty well, I think. Your strategy must be twofold. First, to realize as early as possible that you have chosen your career for the wrong reasons before your confidence takes a hit. I missed that one, but the second is to actively rebel against those forces that have pushed you away from your true path. Now, you hear that, Mom and Dad? Robert Greene said, "I don't have to listen to you anymore, and I don't want to sell insurance. I don't care that my brother bought a house. Houses are overrated. I like my van just fine." Now, the final strategy, and incidentally, the one that resonates with me the most, is the life or death strategy. In this section of the text, Robert Greene tells the story of Buckminster Fuller, a figure that I had heard of but had never really knew much about. Um, he was a screw up. Everything he had ever attempted had failed, and he felt as if everyone was better off without him. So he decided that the best thing for everyone was for him to not be around anymore. From page 41 of the text, he was useless at business and a burden to everyone. He decided upon suicide as the best option. I too have made that decision in my life. I too felt like a burden and that everyone would be better off without me. I've struggled with severe mental illness for most of my life, and I was tired. Um, so one night I went to bed with a stomach full of sleeping pills and alcohol, and without the intention of waking up in the morning, but I did. Buckminster Fuller described a voice that saved him from page 42. It said, "From now on, you need never await temporal astination to your thought. You think the truth. You do not have the right to eliminate yourself. You do not belong to you. You belong to universe. Your significance will remain forever obscure to you, but you may assume that you are fulfilling your role if you apply yourself to converting your experiences to the highest advantage of others." Now, personally, the voices in my head have never been so kind and certainly not so eloquent, but I think that was more hyperbole than anything else. I didn't hear a voice, but I had a feeling like I'm alive, so I might as well try to be happy. And now I want it to mean something. I want it to have a purpose. I don't think I could change the world, but want to make people feel like they're not so alone. That's my main goal: to use my words to reach out to people struggling with their mental well-being and to make them feel like they're not crazy, or at least someone is as crazy as they are. My other more career-focused goal is to write for video games. I'd like to reach out to people with that. become a creative director of my own game. Um, well, that has been my presentation. I truly thank you for watching. This is Andrew Claiborne, and don't forget to love yourself.